Good evening and welcome to HPU News. I'm Sydney Goldberg.
And I'm Livy Beener.
Tonight, Andrew McCabe steps down as FBI Deputy Director.
And a train collides into a dump truck en route to a retreat.
And later, we see how new technology has made a breakthrough in PTSD therapy.
But first, we go to Jennifer Brammer to break the news about the cold weather here and all across the states. Jennifer?
Hello, Jennifer Brammer reporting live with your weather. Let's take a look at the national temperatures. So we're looking at pretty consistent temperatures throughout the nation. I mean, it's still fairly cold, but if we look at Florida, Florida is obviously the place to be if you're like me and love warm weather. So I'm considering packing my bags and going to Florida. Now let's look at my home state of North Carolina. Shout out to all you North Carolinians out there. So if we look at the state of North Carolina, we see that it's still fairly cold. I mean, we're looking at the high 30s, mid 40s. So if you're like me, I'm definitely gonna get a heavy jacket throughout the week. Speaking of, let's look at our weekly forecast. So we're still looking at the high 30s, low 40s throughout the week. We can expect some partly cloudy and some rain a couple of days. So it's really safe to just bring out that umbrella, take it to school, to work. We're looking at Sunday, we have an 80% chance of rain, and Wednesday we have a 60% chance of rain, so it's definitely safe to bring your umbrella with you throughout the week. That's all for me this week. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Jen. I think we're all waiting for the warm spring weather. A train carrying GOP lawmakers collides with a dump truck on the way to a GOP retreat. This accident occurred in West Virginia, where the retreat was to be held. The train struck a dump truck that was stuck on the tracks. All GOP members were reported all right. However, the driver of the truck needed medical attention. The retreat was goals and agenda and the year to be set. Members and spouses of the train have been active on social media, informing their constituents that they are all right.
FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe stepped down from office and will be on paid leave until he officially retires in March. For months, President Trump and the GOP have been calling him out as an example of what it is to be seen as a bias in the FBI. His wife has once taken political donations from Hillary Clinton's ally. Also, he seemed to be in reference in the anti-Trump text between the FBI agent and lawyer.
CEO of sportswear company Quiksilver has gone missing along the French coast. Pierre Agnes went missing Tuesday after taking a fishing trip. His boat was washed ashore empty Tuesday afternoon. France has deployed helicopters and search parties along the southwest shores of France and is searching for the CEO. It is unclear whether or not he was alone on the boat. Agnes messaged port authorities on Tuesday that he would be postponing his return due to the thick fog. There are currently 2 boats and 3 helicopters involved in the search. We'll be right back after this short message.
Littering is a problem that is slowly destroying our Earth, one piece of trash at a time. $11.5 billion is spent each year cleaning up litter among the United States. Cigarette butts account for 50% of all litter in America. Be responsible with your trash. Wait till you're near a park or gas station to safely throw away your trash in a trash can. We only get one planet. Stop the littering.
Now let's catch up with Ali Ortolani on this week's HPU happenings with our campus update. Ali?
Hi guys, I'm Ali Ortolani with your campus updates this week. There's a lot going on on the HPU campus. I know I'm looking forward to this weekend because it's family weekend and I get to see my parents, and that means my parents are going to buy me a lot of kombucha. Be sure to register your parents or other family members this Friday, February 2nd at the Wannick Center, main level, from noon to 8 p.m. If your parents aren't coming till Saturday like mine, don't worry. You can register your parents this Saturday, February 3rd from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Wannick Center. Then, on Friday, February 2nd, there are several activities you may be interested in attending. Start your family weekend by attending a campus walking tour. Meet in the Wannick Center this Friday. The tour starts at 3 p.m. and ends at approximately 4:30 p.m. Make sure to show 15 minutes before the scheduled time so you don't get left behind. And if you're looking to catch a movie with your family, Wonder is playing in the Extraordinaire Cinema this Friday, February 2nd from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. After the movie, head on over to the Slane Student Center for bingo night. The games are ongoing from 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. Drop by any time with your family. Then kick off Saturday with the University Update with Dr. Cobain. Make sure to arrive early with your family due to limited seating. This session is for parents and family with name badges only. This event starts at 10 a.m. and ends at approximately 11:30 a.m. And if your parents love the Charcoal Pony Improv show last family weekend, then you're in luck. The show begins Saturday at 3 p.m. and ends at 4 p.m. The show features HPU's student improv group that is completely improvised on the spot. You won't want to miss that. Then on Sunday, family weekend with the worship service at the Hayworth Memorial Chapel from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Catholic Mass will also take place at the same location from noon to 1 p.m. That's all I have for you guys this week. Have a great family weekend. I'm Allie Ortolani. Back to you guys at the desk.
So much happening. Livy, are your parents coming this weekend?
Well, you see, my parents live 4 hours away but still refuse to come. They got one more year to do it, guys.
Wow, that's so unfortunate. And now, the Islamic State group and the Taliban are competing to take credit for the violence happening in Afghanistan over the last few months. The two groups have different agendas and are still at war with each other, as well as the Afghan government. The large-scale attacks include both suicide bombings and small arms fire, having left 200 people dead and hundreds more wounded. Insurgents have targeted heavily secure areas in the heart of the Afghan capital, including military academia and Monday Hotel owned by the government earlier this month.
House Oversight Committee Chairman Trey Gowdy announces he is not running for re-election. The former federal prosecutor said that he plans to retire from Congress at the end of his term and return to working in the justice system. Gowdy is the latest Republican chairman to not seek re-election. And here to give us our campus update on High Point Panthers is our very own Kevin McMahon.
Hey guys, I'm ready to get into that, but this weekend it is Super Bowl Sunday, so I know you guys are excited about that. And I want to ask you guys for a second, have you ever heard of a prop bet?
No.
They're doing some prop bets for Super Bowl, which means you can bet on the game, of course, but you can also bet on the entertainment aspects of the game, such as Pink's hair, how long the national anthem's going to go. Pink's from Philly. She's cheering for the Eagles, so I got a lot of money on her hair being green. But okay. Let's play one real quick. Do you think Janet Jackson is going to be... do you think Justin Timberlake will bring Janet Jackson out?
Absolutely.
100%.
Well,
yes.
Your odds are 200 to 1 on that. What do you think about Jay-Z?
No.
Odds are 5 to 1 on that. So better
okay.
odds on that.
Okay, wow.
Last one. What song do you think JT will open with?
Sexy Back.
Sexy Back.
Obviously.
I got my money on the plus 500 underdog, Cry Me a River, and if he doesn't play it, there's going to be a lot of crying going on this weekend. We got a lot going on in the world of High Point sports. The High Point men's basketball team have a very important week of games coming up as they have recently dropped 3 in a row. The Panthers dropped a contest to the UNC Asheville Bulldogs on Saturday, 84-77. Andre Fox led the way for the Panthers with 18, while Brandon Kamga had 16. The Panthers outscored the Bulldogs 51-41 in the second half, but it wasn't enough to overcome the 17-point deficit they faced at the half. Only 2 games separate the 6th-place Panthers from first place, so it's still very much anyone's conference. HPU has 2 games this week that can help them move up in the standings. Thursday night, the Panthers travel south to take on the Charleston Southern Buccaneers. Then on Saturday, they host Chris Clemens and the Campbell Fighting Camels at 7 in the Miller Center. The High Point women's team lost to Liberty on Tuesday, 65-42, in a game where both teams were tied for first. Freshman Giselle Thomas led the way for the Panthers with 12 points. The Panthers, who were ranked 11th nationally in three-point percentage, did not look like themselves, going 0 for 16 from three-point range for the night. The 7-2 in the Big South Panthers will be looking to bounce back on Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock in the Miller Center. It's almost time for spring sports, and as we look ahead, preseason polls and honors continue to be released. For lacrosse, the Panthers have been picked to finish 5th in the SoCon. Senior Terrell Sands was announced to the preseason All-Southern Conference team, while the High Point baseball team was selected to finish 3rd in the Big South. Lastly, High Point has named a new volleyball coach, and his name is Ryan Meek. He is the 12th coach in program history. Meek comes from Creighton, where he was the assistant coach and recruiting coach. That's all I have for you this week on the Purple and White. I'll try to do better next time. And as always, go Panthers. Back to Liv in Sydney.
Thanks, Kev. It's always good to have you here. And after the break, a new therapy drastically helps people suffering from PTSD.
And a look at what's happening in pop culture. We'll be right back.
How am I going to pay for this?
Littering is a problem that is slowly destroying our Earth, one piece of trash at a time. $11.5 billion is spent each year cleaning up litter among the United States. Cigarette butts account for 50% of all litter in America. Be responsible with your trash. Wait till you're near a park or gas station to safely throw away your trash in a trash can. We only get one planet. Stop the littering.
Welcome back to HPU News. I'm Sydney Goldberg. And a breakthrough therapy for PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, enters the final rounds of trial after receiving amazing results. Traditionally, PTSD treatments can last years or as long as a lifetime, but now they discovered a pathogen that stimulates trust and inhibits activity in the brain, that it treats fear and stimulates hormones that makes people feel like connected. Ed Thomas, a former PTSD patient, states, quote, "For the first time in years, I was able to open up and talk painlessly. The fear and barriers had been removed, and I was able to talk to people again for the first time." Now, everything going on in the entertainment world. Livy, what's going on?
Thanks, girl. Now, if you pay attention to the music world or tune in every week here, you know that last Sunday was the Grammys, a music industry staple. The Grammys highlight the best of the best. And Sunday, the best was Bruno Mars. He swept the field and came home with the 3 most coveted areas. 24 Karat Magic snagged Album of the Year, as well as the title track getting Record of the Year. And that's what I like, taking Song of the Year. Not only is this incredible, it is historic. No R&B album has taken this trio, and he is only the 10th artist in 60 seconds of 60 years of Grammy history to do this. He joins the club with Simon & Garfunkel, Eric Clapton, Santana, Norah Jones, and Adele. He won 6 total awards on Sunday. And while he was not in attendance, Ed Sheeran took home the Best Pop Vocal Album and Best Pop Performance. Alessia Cara won Best New Artist, Best Rap Album, Best Rap Song, and Best Rap Performance went to Kendrick Lamar. And Best Song Written for a Motion Picture went to How Far I'll Go from one of my personal favorites, Moana. Now, not only were the Grammys iconic for awards, the performances were a huge part of what makes the night special. With everyone from Lady Gaga to Rihanna to even Miley Cyrus paired with Elton John, we were left in awe and sometimes in tears. The hashtag #MeToo movement has arrived in the music industry, and the women are not backing down. Standing side by side with Cyndi Lauper, Bebe Rexha, Camila Cabello, Julia Michaels, and Rihanna, Kesha belted out Praying, surrounded by fellow women dressed in all white. With an intro by Janelle Monáe, the ladies have made it clear that they are standing strong together. Now, Grammys aside, catch Justin Timberlake's Man Out of the Woods out tomorrow, and catch him on the Super Bowl next week. Catch a movie. Horror film Winchester comes out tomorrow and follows the haunted house built by the mad heiress Sarah Winchester. Feverishly built day by day and night by night, it stands 7 stories high and is jam-packed with vengeful spirits, each with their own vendetta against the Winchester family. Looking towards next week, be ready to plan your Galentine's Day around the release of the 3rd installment in the 50 Shades trio, out February 9th. Now, that's all from me. Catch me back at the desk and here next week. Back to you, Sid.
Thank you, Livy. Grumpy Cat might be a little less grumpy after winning nearly $750,000 after her image was used to steal products she did not agree to. Grumpy Cat's owner, Tabitha Bernstein, filed a lawsuit against the Grenade beverage company 3 years ago. Bernstein won, and now her grumpy kitten has a reason to smile. Police officers in Southern...
Police officers in southern Spain stumbled upon a juicy sight. 5 suspects were arrested at a routine traffic stop when police discovered 8,000 pounds of stolen oranges shoved in their car. Seville City security spokesman Juan Carlos Cabrera said that the arrests were, quote, not only in thwarting theft, but also in preserving the food security of the possible consumers who would have had these oranges. That's all we have for you tonight on HPU News. I'm Livy Beener.
And I'm Sydney Goldberg. Have a great night.